form. So let me tell you first what is the meaning of indeterminate form. Whenever the limit, we cannot fix it, we cannot tell a unique answer of that particular limit, then it is called as indeterminate form of the given function. Limit as x tends to whatever is the value f of x upon g of x. That is the general format given. Okay, so let me define or tell you what is the meaning first of indeterminate form. Suppose you are asked to find limit as x tends to a of f of x by g of x. F of x by g of x. This is the limit which is asked to find. Okay. In general, what is the value of this limit? How do we do it generally? We put x is equal to a, isn't it? Limit कशी find करतो आपण? In place of x, we put indeterminate form. This is the last. This is the last topic of unit number 1. Is there any other topic that you want to ask? Do you have any other doubts? Shivam? Maclaurin series, yesterday was that was the last part which we have done.
Method of differentiation and integration.
You want more examples to be solved on that?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so it's okay. You have understood, na? That means whatever we did in yesterday's class.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I joined a bit late, so I was confused that what you are teaching. So I have asked you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. And the examples that we have solved yesterday, trigonometric identities examples, sec inverse of 1 upon 1 minus 2x squared. That I have shared with you all, as well as I have shared the video of more examples. Please go through that, and if you have any doubt, ask in the tutorial class, as well as I will be solving more examples or MCQ examples of all the questions in tutorial classes next week. Is it okay? So more examples will be solved, definitely. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. So let's go to the indeterminate form.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Once we do this, you will be able to complete your tutorial. I am extending the date by 1 day. Tomorrow till the midnight, you will be able to submit your tutorial. And today, after doing this, those 2 questions, 5th and 6th, you will be able to complete so that you can submit your entire tutorial today. Okay? Is it okay? Yeah. So let me ask you this.
Yes,
if your
ma'am.
question is, find the limit as x tends to a f of x upon g of x. तो ये लिमिट हम लोग कैसे फाइंड करते हैं? x की जगह पे a सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं. The answer to this is f of a by g of a. Correct ना? Limit मतलब क्या? The position at what f of x and g of x will become when I put x is equal to a. Correct? Yeah. So that's your answer. But suppose what is the meaning of indeterminate form or indeterminate form is suppose f of a as well as g of a. F of a as well as g of a, both of them are 0. अगर f of a और g of a दोनों 0 हो गए, both of them become 0, then what is the value of the limit? यहाँ पे f of a भी 0 है और g of a भी 0 है. Correct? F of a is 0 as well as g of a is 0. Then what's the answer?
0.
One answer,
Not defined.
one answer is 0. अगर denominator की बात करें तो 0 by anything. What's the answer of 0 by anything? It is 0. ना?
0.
Anything by 0?
Infinity.
Undefined. That is infinity. That means it is nothing more than 1 value. Therefore, N is indeterminate. I cannot determine what is the exact value or exact answer of this limit. That's why it is called as indeterminate form of the function limit as x tends to a f of x by g of x. ठीक है? तो इसको solve कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? We apply L-Hospital rule. We apply L-Hospital rule. So how do we get it? How do we get this rule? This rule is nothing but limit m will become limit as x tends to a, okay, f of x by g of x becomes numerator डेरिवेटिव लो x की जगह पे a सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, डिनोमिनेटर डेरिवेटिव लो x की जगह पे a सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, differentiate the numerator, put x is equal to a, differentiate the denominator, put x is equal to a, that's your answer. ये एल हॉस्पिटल रूल है. Is this okay? Question से आपको
Yes,
पता
ma'am.
चलेगा what is the meaning of this. F dash of a upon g dash of a. अगर now suppose what is the next thing? If f dash a as well as g dash of a becomes 0, if f dash of a as well as g dash of a becomes 0, then the answer of the limit as x tends to a f of x by g of x, इसका आंसर होता है f डबल डैश ऑफ a अपॉन g डबल डैश ऑफ a. मतलब और एक बार हम लोग एल हॉस्पिटल रूल अप्लाई करें. We apply एल हॉस्पिटल रूल one more time and we get the answer. ये प्रोसेस कब तक कंटिन्यू करना है? Unless one of them becomes finite, either the numerator or the denominator, one of them if it is becoming finite, तो numerator finite है, suppose denominator 0 है, तो आंसर क्या होगा? finite by 0 is infinity. मतलब एक फिक्स आंसर है. अगर डिनोमिनेटर फाइनाइट हुआ तो न्यूमरेटर क्या है? 0. 0 by finite number, आंसर इज 0. मतलब एक फिक्स्ड आंसर. इसी वजह से if any one of them becomes finite, then stop. Otherwise, keep on applying L hospital rule. Is that clear?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? ये कैसे आता है ये आपको प्रूव करके बताऊं मैं? How many of you are interested? Then I'll tell you that. Else we'll directly go to the examples. This comes with the help of Taylor series expansion. The proof of it. How it becomes f dash of a upon g dash of a या फिर f double dash by g double dash कैसे आता है? ये Taylor theorem से आता है. Taylor series expansion about a x minus a के formula से. So do you want me to prove that or we'll go for the examples? Please check quickly.
Let's go.
I'll prove it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, good. So
Yes,
first,
ma'am.
yeah, fine. First you write down. This, then I'll prove it to you. Take down. What do you write? First you write down the heading as indeterminate form. Indeterminate form of limits. Indeterminate form of limits. That's the heading. Indeterminate form of limits. Now you write out if L is equal to limit as x tends to a f of x by g of x, limit as x tends to a f of x by g of x, f of x by g of x, which is equal to f of a by g of a, which is equal to f of a by g of a, is such that f of a is equal to g of a is equal to 0, f of a is equal to g of a is equal to 0, f of a is equal to g of a is equal to 0, f of a is equal to g of a is equal to 0, then it is set to take 0 by 0 form. It is set to take 0 by 0 form, which is indeterminate. Which is indeterminate. To find the to find the value of L, we use L hospital rule. To find the value of L, we use indeterminate form. Sorry, we use L hospital form or rule. We use L hospital rule. Which says L is equal to F dash of A upon G dash of A. F dash of A upon G dash of A. That is derivative of the numerator upon derivative of the denominator. Derivative of the numerator upon derivative of the denominator at x is equal to A. At x is equal to A. Okay. Continue this process until one of them becomes finite. Continue this process until one of them becomes finite. That is either numerator or denominator. Okay. So now just see how we are going to prove it. I'll prove it quickly. Since we are talking about the limit of function about A, so I'm going to write Taylor series expansion of f of x about A. I'm going to use Taylor series expansion of f of x about A. What's the formula for Taylor series expansion about A? F of x का अगर Taylor series expansion लिखना है, so what is that equal to? Just see, it is f of A. Taylor series expansion about A is nothing but all x minus A. Is this f of A plus x minus A f dash of A plus x minus A square factorial f double dash of A and so on. This we have written. Yes or no? This is the formula for Taylor series, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And similarly, what is the Taylor series formula for g of x? G of A plus x minus A, g dash of A plus x minus A square by 2 factorial g double dash of A and so on. Is this okay? Numerator में f of x का Taylor series expansion about A लिखा x minus A की powers में और denominator में g of x का लिखा. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when I'm saying that this is indeterminate form, f of A और g of A क्या है? 0. Yes or no? I'm proving how it is becoming f dash upon g dash. That's what I'm proving. Okay. So f of A और g of A 0 here. So f of A is equal to g of A is equal to 0. Therefore, this now. ये term चला जाएगा and this term also will become 0. So your limit will become limit as x tends to A, x minus A, f dash x minus A square by 2 factorial f double dash and so on. Numerator में हर एक जगह पे x minus A रहेगा, वो कॉमन ले सकते हैं. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
take that common. It can become f dash of A plus x minus A square में से एक term है तो degree 1 term बचा and so on divided by again x minus A into bracket g dash of A plus x minus A by 2 factorial g double dash of A and so on. ठीक है? तो ये मैंने कैंसिल कर दिया. x minus a, x minus a. And now you put x is equal to a. X is equal to a. Abhi put kar, what will you get? This will
Second
become
term will be 0.
all from second term everything is 0. क्योंकि हर एक टर्म में आगे x minus a रहेगा ना. पहला टर्म जो है उसमें x minus a नहीं है. f dash and g dash does not have x minus a. This has x minus a. Next term has x minus a square. So every term has x minus a. So all of them will become 0 only. F dash by g dash will be. Is this okay? That's why the hospital rule says that numerator derivative, denominator derivative at a. That's your answer. ये limit का answer. Clear, everyone? Those who wanted the
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
very good. Now if f dash g dash again becomes 0, ये तो cancel करने के बाद ये बचे. This is left. Now again suppose f dash g dash on 0, what will happen? From second term onwards, फिर से x minus a by 2 factorial common दे सकेंगे. तो वो cancel हो जाएगा. f double dash upon g double dash alone रह जाएगा. उसके आगे के terms में x minus a बचेगा. So again when I put x is equal to a, all those terms will become 0. I'll get the answer as f double dash of a upon g double dash of a. So is it clear why we apply Hospital rule again and again until and unless one of them becomes finite? Hello, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the reason why Taylor series was done earlier, so that limits which are actually solved. आप लोगों ने 12th स्टैंडर्ड में पूरा लिमिट्स किया, इंडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म किया, जिसमें ये हॉस्पिटल आपने अप्लाई किया है. So how it is used? This is the way it is used. We write down the Taylor series expansion and then we see the answers. हर एक बार जब f of a g of a 0 है, आंसर f dash by 0. वो भी 0 है, तो f double dash by g double dash and so on. Okay? Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the proof is not there, you should understand it, so I have written it down for you all. Now we'll directly go for the examples. Okay? Fine? So let us solve some examples now. We'll start from simple example and we'll go to a difficult example, and we'll try to see whether you can solve the questions which are there in your and this also. What you say? Tutorial. Take down the question. Should I give numericals? So we are going to solve today 0 by 0 form and infinity by infinity form. For both of them, for 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity, we'll be able to apply an hospital rule directly because they are actually equivalent. Limit agar n is equal to limit as x tends to a, f of x plus g of x. ये 0 by 0 या infinity by infinity रहा. Then both the times I can apply an hospital rule. 0 by 0 is not just now because f of a, g of a are 0. That's why all this happens. Now, if f of a and g of a are 0, just see why I can apply it for infinity by infinity also. Both of them are supposed to infinity. So, how I write is convert it to 0 by 0 form. Just see, huh? I'll convert this is say infinity by infinity form because they are both infinity. So, I'll write this as 1 of x upon 1 by f of x. ये लिख सकते हैं क्या हम लोग? Can we write this? 1 by g of x upon 1 by f of x ऐसे लिख सकते हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
So now it is in which form? F of x infinity था, तो 1 upon infinity क्या हो गया? 0. और g of x infinity, तो 1 by g of x क्या हुआ? 0. So it becomes 0 by 0 form, and therefore again I can apply the hospital rule directly. Is this okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
So you understand it. That means for 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity, we can write down the power series expansion, Taylor series expansion, and with the help of that, we are getting the answer as f dash of a upon g dash of a, or f double dash of a upon g double dash of a, and so on. Okay. For the remaining ones, the other indeterminate forms which are there, they have to be first converted in this form, and then only we can apply them. So that we'll see later. Right now we'll see if it is in 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, then directly we are going to apply n hospital rule. Is it clear to everyone? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we'll solve the questions. Take down the first example. Evaluate limit as x tends to 0, as x tends to 0, just a second, 2 raised to x minus 1, limit as x tends to 0, 2 raised to x minus 1. Upon root of 1 plus x, minus. Evaluate limit as x tends to 0, 2 raised to x minus 1 upon root of 1 plus x minus 1. This is your question. Okay. So how do we evaluate any limit of this type? You put x is equal to 0. So you get 2 raised to 0 minus 1 upon root of 1 plus 0 minus 1. Okay. 2 raised to 0 minus 1 upon root of 1 plus 0 minus 1. So when I put this value, 2 raised to 0, anything raised to 0
Ma'am,
is
but
1.
denominator we will get 0, so the answer will be infinite.
But is it only the numerator which is 0, denominator which is 0, numerator is also 0? 2 raised to 0 is 1.
Yes.
So it is 1.
0 by 0 form.
Yes. So it is 0 by 0 form. Are you getting this? And that's why it's Is it clear, Shivam?
Yes, ma'am. But what if, ma'am, if we solve by L hospital rule?
So now, that's what I told you just now. Okay, what is the hospital rule? Take the derivative of numerator separately, take the derivative of denominator separately, and then put the value of x, which is going to 0. Just now we saw.
Yes, ma'am.
So if it is 0 by 0,
Yes, ma'am.
0 by 0, then you have to apply L hospital rule. Apply L hospital rule, which say that n is equal to limit n tends to 0. Derivative of 2 raised to x. What's the derivative of 2 raised to x?
2 raised to x.
Log 2. 2
Log
raised
2.
to x. Because what's the derivative of a raised to x? Here. A raised to x derivative is a raised to x log a. We have written this formula. A raised to x derivative is a raised to x log a. तो अभी a की जगह पे क्या है? So 2 raised to x log 2 minus what's the derivative of 1? 0. Derivative of 1 is 0 divided by root of 1 plus x. Derivative of root of 1 plus x. Root of x ये function का derivative क्या है? 1 upon
2 root 1 plus x.
Right. 1 upon 2 root 1 plus x. That's the derivative. Into derivative of 1 plus x. 1 का derivative
0
is
plus
0.
1.
So 0 plus 1, that is 1. Minus derivative of 1, which is 0. Derivative of 1, which is 0. So actually, you should be knowing again derivative. So M1 is totally dependent on derivative formulas. So please revise again and again your derivative formulas. Okay. Fine. So now substitute the value of x is equal to 0 and see what's the answer. So n is equal to, put x is equal to 0. So this 2 raised to 0 log 2 minus 1 upon 2 root of 1 plus 0. Which is going to be 5 times 2 raised to 0 is 1. So it is log 2 divided by half. That is 2 log 2 is the answer. Right. In each and every step, so it will be lengthy. Otherwise, directly get the answer as 2 log 2. Can you see that, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So this type of questions are going to be asked in your MCQ exam for 2 marks. So only one time you have to apply a hospital rule and you got the answer. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Please complete fast so that I can give another example. Solve as many examples as possible. I'll give you another easier one now. Okay. Evaluate two parameters. Limit as x tends to 3, x tends to 3, 2x squared, 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 divided by 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 divided by 5x squared minus 12x minus 9. 5x squared minus 12x minus 9. Limit as x tends to 3, 2x squared minus 7x plus 3 upon 5x squared minus 12x minus 9. That's your question. So first find out, put x is equal to 3 and tell me what's the answer of the limit. Question is simple, okay? And this is also there in your MCQ. So try and tell me what's the answer. X is equal to 3 put करने पर क्या आ रहा है आंसर? 0 by 0 form?
Yes, ma'am. 0 by
Yes,
0.
ma'am.
Everyone? X is equal to 3, so it is 9. 2 into 9, 18. 18 plus 3, 21. Minus 7 into 3, 21. So 21 minus 21, which is 0. And denominator is 9 5 are 45. 12 these are 36. In minus 9 is 45. So it is 45 minus 45. That is also 0. So you are getting 0 by 0 form. Is it okay, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So once it is 0 by 0 form, you are going to apply an hospital rule. So apply an hospital rule.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if it's a theoretical paper, then we have to write if which form is it getting
Correct,
0 by
correct.
0.
Yes. And even in the exam, they will be asking you what is the indeterminate form. 1 mark MCQ. Even if the exam is MCQ based, there also they ask you what is the indeterminate form. So it is 0 by 0 form. They may ask you infinity by infinity, 1 minus 1 raised to infinity, and so on. So you should write it in the theory question. Now the question which I have given you, each step you have to mention the form. So the first form is 0 by 0. So you will say that apply L hospital rule. L is equal to limit as x tends to 3. Yes, other than the regular students, who will tell me what's the derivative of 2x square? X square
4x
Correct, very good. So it is 4x.
minus 7.
Yes, minus 7. Very good. Divided by
10.
10x minus 12.
10x minus 12.
very good. Now you substitute the value of x is equal to 3 and see if it is 0 by 0, again you have to apply an hospital. If it is not, you will get the answer. So put x is equal to 3, it is 4 into 3 minus 7 upon 10 into 3 minus 12. This is 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. 30 minus 12 is 8.
5 by 18.
5 by 18. Is it okay? Clear? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Simple?
ma'am.
Okay. Now, one more question. So that your confidence has been increased that you are getting the answer. Let us take a bit lengthier question. Evaluate limit as x tends to 0. Limit as x tends to 0. Root of 1 minus x. This is also not lengthy. Minus root of 1 minus x divided by x. Root of 1 minus x minus root of 1 plus x minus, both of them are same, then it is directly 0. Na? Root of 1 plus x minus root of 1 minus x upon x. Root of 1 plus x minus root of 1 minus x upon x. So again, is it 0 by 0 form?
Yes, ma'am. It is 0 by 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. You have to mention 0 by 0 form. So this is your L. Now you have to apply L hospital rule. So apply and tell me derivatives you have to know properly, then you get the answer immediately. So applying L hospital rule. Apply. N is equal to limit f x tends to 0. What's the derivative of root of 1 plus x? Now, Vedika, don't tell. Akanksha or Namrata, can you tell? What's the
1
derivative?
upon 1 upon
Correct.
2 root 1 minus x.
2 root 1
1 plus x. Very good. Very good. So now 1 plus x minus 1 upon 2 root 1 minus x. Is there anything which is missing? Or is that the answer? First derivative is correct. 1 plus x is absolutely correct.
Ma'am, 1 plus 0.
इसका derivative 1 plus 0. What about this? 1 plus
1
0.
minus 0.
Is it 1 minus
1 minus 0.
1 का derivative 0 है ना?
Minus
हाँ,
X का
0
derivative
minus
0 minus 1. Are you
minus
getting it?
1.
If you don't do that, then answer will be wrong. And that is specifically the option. 1 minus x का derivative 0 minus 1. और यहाँ पे 0 plus 2 plus ही रहेगा. लेकिन 0 minus 1 minus of minus will become plus.
Yes, coefficient of x.
And denominator derivative of x is 1. Coefficient of x minus 1. वो अगर नहीं लिखा तो आंसर गलत हो जाएगा. Denominator x का डेरिवेटिव 1 होता है. लेकिन ये नेगेटिव साइड अगर स्किप कर दी तो आपका आंसर क्या आएगा? Half minus half, which is 0, which is present in the option, and you will say that's the correct answer. No, minus of minus becomes plus, and therefore your answer is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Is this okay or should I write down instead? Okay, minus of minus plus 1. This is the answer. Okay. If you have not got it, please ask. Anyone who has not got the answer, please ask. Okay. Both of them are half, and they have plus sign in middle, so you get the answer to be 1. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else has any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Should we go ahead then for the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's try now and identify the form first. Limit. Now this is the question, I suppose. Let's see. Limit as x tends to 0. X e raised to x. X e raised to x minus log of 1 plus x divided by x squared divided by x. This is your question. Those who know it, please go ahead and solve it. What's the step? Identify the form. So what's the form?
0 by 0.
Everyone get it? Yes. Put x is equal to 0. E raised to 0 is 1. But 0 into anything is 0. Log of 1 plus 0 is log 1. That is also 0. And divided by 0. So it is 0 by 0 form. Given limit L is of 0 by 0 form. So apply hospital rule. So here the derivatives are of L. That's it. Other than that, everything would have been simple. So L is equal to limit as x tends to 0. Derivative of x e raised to x. Yes, who will tell me this answer now? X e raised to x. कितने functions है? 2 functions है ना? So which rule you are going to use? Product rule. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is the product rule? एक function को ऐसे ही दूसरे का derivative लो plus the other function as it is first function का derivative. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So x as it is रखते हैं e raised to x का derivative e raised to x plus e raised to x as it is रखते हैं x का derivative 1.
1.
Correct. minus. What is the derivative of log?
1 upon 1
1
plus
upon
x.
1
1 upon
plus x.
1 upon 1 plus x. So derivative of 1 plus x, which is 0
1
plus
plus
1.
0.
0 plus 1. So it is as it is. Divided by. What's the derivative of x? 2x.
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 डिनोमिनेटर अभी 0 ही रहेगा ना, इसके आगे वाले स्टेप में भी डिनोमिनेटर में भी 0 होगा. व्हाट अबाउट
Yes.
न्यूमरेटर? इज इट बिकमिंग 0? x 0 है तो ये 0 हो जाएगा. व्हाट अबाउट न्यूमरेटर? 0 into anything is 0, e raised to 0. So it is 0 plus e raised to 0 is 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 0, that is 1.
1.
So again
0 plus 0. 0 upon 0.
clear ना?
डबल डेरिवेटिव.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो डबल टाइम हम लोगों को अभी एल हॉस्पिटल को अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, मतलब 2 बार डेरिवेटिव डिफरेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा. Therefore, apply एल हॉस्पिटल रूल again. Is it okay? So you'll get L is equal to limit as x tends to 0. फिर से x e raised to x का डेरिवेटिव x as it is e raised to x का डेरिवेटिव e raised to x plus e raised to x as it is derivative of x is 1 plus e raised to x का डेरिवेटिव e raised to x minus 1 upon 1 plus x. इसका डेरिवेटिव क्या है?
minus 1 upon
माइनस 1 upon 1
upon
plus x the whole square.
Very good, very good. So see, this way if you clearly practice it, then your derivative also become perfect. So x e raised to x plus e raised to x plus e raised to x minus of minus plus divided by 2. So now you are definitely going to stop. इसके बाद आप आंसर आएगा ही आएगा क्योंकि डिनोमिनेटर फाइनाइट हो गया. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what's your answer then now? L is equal to denominator is 2, numerator is
3 by 2.
e 0 into e raised to 0 is 0 plus e raised to 0 plus e raised to 0 minus of minus plus 1 upon 1 plus 0 the whole square. That is 1 plus 1 plus 1
1 by 2. 3 by
3
2.
by 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 by 2. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now I'll give you 1 or 2 example, which is not see till now whichever examples we solved had denominator either as x or x square. So with the help of that, could you understand that how many times you have to apply the hospital rule? x जब डिनोमिनेटर में था तो पहली बार ही अप्लाई करने पर आंसर आ गया. Why? Because denominator was becoming finite. Again, x square जब है, when you have x square, what you got? How many times you have to apply? 2 times. तो जो भी डिग्री है ना, yeah, if the denominator is a polynomial, whatever is the degree, those many times you have to apply in hospital. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this was about 0 by 0. Some examples. We'll do 1 or 2 more example on infinity by infinity. Then we'll go to find those value of unknown. The question which is there in your tutorial, na? So that type of question. Take down. Evaluate limit as x tends to 0. Evaluate limit as x tends to 0. Am I going fast? Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Is it okay? Yeah, fine. Limit as x tends to 0. Log of sine to x. Log of sine to x divided by log of sine x. Log of sine to x divided by log of sine x. Now here in limits we are going to take log 0 is undefined, which we are going to take as infinity. Okay. Generally we say that it is minus infinity, but we are going to take here it has to be infinity because both minus minus will be getting cancelled and we'll get it as to be. What is the form that we have to get here? Infinity by infinity. Sine 0 is 0 and log 0 we are going to take it as infinity, undefined. Denominator also is undefined, so infinity by infinity. Is this okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have to apply and hospital rules again directly. So apply and tell me the answer. What's the derivative of log of sin x? What is the derivative of log of sin 2x? And if you log the derivative 1 upon sin of 2x into
The
derivative of
derivative
sin.
of sine is cos.
Correct. Cos of 2x into derivative of 2x,
Derivative
which is 2.
2.
Correct. Is this clear to everyone? Log the derivative 1 by function. Log the derivative 1 by function into derivative of the function. तो 1 upon sin 2x log की वजह से sin 2x का डेरिवेटिव cos 2x और 2x का डेरिवेटिव 2. Denominator what's the denominator?
1 upon sin x
1 upon
into
sin
cos
x.
x.
Yeah. So what will be that equal to?
Tan x.
Cos 6 upon sin.
Cot x.
Yes. Try do it. This is cos x upon sin.
It is again not defined.
Yes. So what I want to do? You can
Again
apply
applying same rule.
apply same rule, or what you can try is n is equal to limit this 2 will come outside. So it is cos of x upon sin of x into cos x into sin x. Okay. Do you know one formula? Sin x by x. Formula do you know? Limit of x tending to 0 sin x by x. अगर वो फॉर्मूला पता है तो यू कैन
Yes, ma'am. Sin x by x is equal to 1.
तो वो अगर आपको पता है ना तो यू कैन try to solve it from here also, because what is cos when x is going to 0, what is cos of 0 upon this cos 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1, correct na?
Yes, ma'am.
So you get sin x upon sin 2x. तो वो अगर finite हो जाता, this is finite, then you get the answer quickly. Else what will happen? We have to go
Ma'am,
over
we
the
can
sign.
also multiply and divide by x.
Correct. That's what I'm telling you. So वही करना है. So if you divide by x, you have to multiply by x. And here if you divide by x, you have to multiply by 2x. Is it okay? समझ में आया क्या चीज मैंने? नहीं तो ये कब तक करना पड़ेगा
repeat
आपको?
it.
I'll repeat. See here. The question left is limit as x tends to 0. 2 I have written outside. Cos x into sin x upon. Can you see that part? I don't think so.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है अभी दिख रहा है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So 2 limit and x 0 cos of x sin x. ये denominator numerator में चला गया. And this is sin of x into cos x. When I put x is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1. So that is not making a problem. Who is making the problem? Sin x and sin 2x. लेकिन I know this limit. Or you should know. Or you can find within one line the answer. Well, it's very simple. We know that limit as x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1. ये 1 mark का question आता है ना? This question is therefore 1 mark. Limit as x tends to 0 sin x by x. How do we solve this? This is limit as x tends to 0. This is 0 by 0 form. So cos x by 1 and cos 0 is 1. That my answer is. ठीक है? समझ में आया? What I want to use?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So when I use this identity, I will get the answer to be immediately in this step only. There is no need to apply once again L hospital.
Ma'am, but we have to multiply and divide by x squared.
Why?
Because, ma'am, there are 2 sin x.
See here, this is sin 2x, which I have, this is the angle. So 2x if I divide 2x and multiply. If x I divide either I multiply. So what this x we can cancel 1 by 2 will be. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else has any other now? So we are going to use this identity. That's why the question which was limit as x tends to 0 will now become cos of 2x and sin of x upon x यहाँ पे है x एक्स्ट्रा हम लोगों ने डिवाइड किया तो मैंने मल्टीप्लाई किया cos of x there is no problem sin of 2x तो मैंने 2x से डिवाइड किया है इसलिए मल्टीप्लाई किया. Is it okay? And now this x will get cancelled. 2 into 1 by 2 cos 0. This is 1 equal cos of 0 into 1 share of 0. Clear? Anyone has any doubt? Please ask.
No, ma'am.
Everyone. Manish, Shivam.
Ma'am,
Huh?
the right side last step from where the x came, x cos 2x.
This
No,
cos
ma'am, no. Yes.
This cos 2x. You are nothing. This is numerator. So cos 2x. This is denominator, so cos x will be down.
Okay, ma'am.
And that sin 2x is in the denominator numerator. So it come here. And sin x
No,
is
ma'am,
in
that
the
x only. X cos 2x last step.
x cos 2x. ये देखो ना. Sin x यहाँ पे हमने sin x का
Yes,
divide
ma'am.
किया
हाँ,
sin x
समझा. Multiply and divide.
Yes, multiply. Anybody else has any other doubt? Please
Can
ask.
you repeat this left hand side part?
This side, Sharab, here,
Yes,
this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just see. ये जो question था इसमें cos 2x, cos x. When I put x is equal to 0, I am not getting any problem because cos 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1. Who is making the problem? Sin x, sin 2x. तो मुझे एक identity पता है that sin x, x, x equal to 0 is 1. That's why I'm trying to convert this sin x as sin x by x. Other than divide करने का इससे तो मुझे multiply नहीं करना पड़ेगा. So that's what I did. Sin x by x divided sin और sin 2x की डिवाइड क्या दिया मैंने 2x डिवाइड किया है तो मल्टीप्लाई में 2x करना पड़ेगा. Is it okay? Now I can apply the limit separately to this, separately to this, separately to this, and separately to this. What will happen? Cos 0 is 1. Limit of sin x by x is 1. Limit of sin 2x by 2x is also 1. क्योंकि x डिरेक्शन 0 जा रहा है तो x भी तो 0 को ही जाएगा ना. Yes or no? Is that clear, Shema?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is also 1, this is also 1, this is also 1, this is also 1. X and x got cancelled. 1 by 2 I have seen 2 already back cancel हो गया 1 by 2 into half. So 1 by 2 into 2 which is 1 and that's your answer. Okay? Clear everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is if even if it is 0 infinity by infinity, you have to apply hospital rule. Whenever you have trigonometric questions, try to use identities of the type sin x by x, wherever it is possible. That will reduce the number of hospital rule applications. नहीं तो क्या होगा जब तक वो cos की फॉर्म में नहीं आता, your rule will be repeated again and again. So wherever you get sin x term, try to write it as sin x by x and multiply by x. If you get 10x, write it as 10x by x because that is also 1. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone. Okay. So now you take one question from homework and I try to solve that question which we have to do it for tutorial. Otherwise, tutorial will be incomplete. No? Tomorrow I'm extending the date by 1 day. Tomorrow you have to submit it. Okay. So take your time and complete it nicely and submit it in the Google Classroom under the assignment tutorial 1. You try to solve this question at home. Limit as x tends to 1. Limit as x tends to 1. Limit as x tends to 1. X minus x raised to x. Let me check. x minus x raised to x upon 1 plus log x minus x. 1 plus log x minus x. You try this for homework. If you don't get it, we'll do it in your next lecture. First of all, only tell me what is the form. Which form is this?
0 by
0 by 0.
Yes. When you put it, x is equal to 1, this is 1 minus 1, 0. And this is 1 plus log 1 is 0. And this is minus 1, so 1 minus 1, 0. So it is 0 by 0 form. It is 0 by 0 form. Okay? Now, let's go to the question which is asked in the tutorial. Write down the heading as finding the value of unknowns. Finding the value of unknowns. Finding the value of unknowns. So, what is the meaning of this? You have indeterminate form, and in that there will be some unknowns A, B, C. These are the alphabets which will be used, and you have to find the value of those A, B, C. So the question which is there in your MCQ, your tutorial, give that question only with so that you can complete it. Tell me the question, please. Quickly, because 5 minutes are left. And do you have the question? Ritu,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have the question of your tutorial?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Yeah, tell me what it is.
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Limit x tends to 0.
Fine.
Limit
Ma'am,
x tends to 0.
Yeah. Limit x tends to 0.
Sine 2x
Sin 2x
plus p sin x
plus p sin x
upon x cube.
upon x cube. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Is finite.
Yeah.
Then find the value of p
Then find p.
and hence find the limit.
And minus five. Okay. So what I will do is I will try to write out what is the value of this p, and then I'll substitute it. Ahead part we can do it because now we have done many examples. Once you know the value of p, you have to keep on evaluating this limit unless and until one of the numerator and denominator will become finite. Can you tell me how many times you have to apply Hospital rule?
3 times.
3 times.
Yes, because the derivative very because we have x cube. So derivative third derivative will become constant and they will stop. So let me tell you what is the meaning of find the value of p. Look at the question. L is equal to limit L is equal to limit as x tends to 0 sin 2x plus p sin x upon x cube. What is the form of this question? Sin of 2x plus p sin x divided by x cube. What's the form of this? Put x is equal to 0. So you get it. Sin 0 is 0. Sin 2 0 is also 0. So it is 0 by 0. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So you have to apply hospital rule. Apply L hospital rule. What will get? N is equal to limit x tends to 0. Derivative of sin x is 2 cos 2x. Writing it directly, okay? 2 cos 2x plus p into derivative of sin x is cos x divided by 3x squared divided by x cube derivative which is 3x squared. Okay? Now tell me what is the value of this limit? What's the value of this limit?
Ma'am, can we take 2 outside? 2 upon 3?
No, because it is not individual. You have to take separately this function, and then do it.
Okay, ma'am. 2 sine
You have
2x.
to double derivate.
2.
Differentiate once, that's fine. Make it later on. पहले x is equal to 0 करो, क्या आएगा? Cos 0
Minus
is
2.
नहीं, cos 0 is 1 ना? How you got minus?
Ma'am, it is an indeterminate. No. So we are differentiating.
No, that's what I'm asking. No, it is
Ma'am,
not.
but the denominator is in x form. So after substituting x in 0, then the answer will be in indefinite form. So we have to double derivate it.
मुझे सिर्फ इसका आंसर करके बता. How did you guarantee that it is indeterminate form? That's what I'm asking you. देखो, cos 0 क्या है? What's the value of cos 0?
1.
1. What is cos 0? 1. So
Yeah.
this will become 2 plus p upon 0. Na?
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ये आपको आगे से आना है. That's right. Because if this is your final answer, अगर ये आपका final answer है, मतलब ये finite है, non-zero है. This is non-zero. Okay. Then what about this? 1 upon 0 is infinity. That means the value of the limit is infinity. But what they have said, the value of the limit is finite. Value of the limit is finite. So this cannot be non-zero. This has to be 0. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This has to be 0. Then only it will become 0 by 0 form, and I'll be able to go ahead and apply a hospital rule once again. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Others.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Rishikesh.
ma'am.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Manish, Akanksha,
Yes,
Soham.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this one is therefore it implies that p plus 2 should be 0. That is p is equal to minus 2. तो यहाँ पे आपको p की वैल्यू मिल गई. You got the value of p. So this is so. And now put this value p is equal to minus 2 here, so that 2 cos 2x minus 2 cos x will become 0 by 0. You will apply again an hospital rule and one more an hospital rule and you get the answer. Is that okay? ये p की वैल्यू minus 2 put करनी पड़ेगी आपको. Sharon, is that clear?
मैम
Yes,
टू
ma'am.
प्लस थ्री अपॉन जीरो कैसे है वो स्टेप नहीं समझे.
हाँ, p plus 2 0 कैसे हुआ? देखो, ये डिनोमिनेटर तो 0 हो गया है. अगर सपोज ये p plus 2 नॉन जीरो लेता, तो आंसर क्या होगा? नॉन जीरो नंबर अपॉन 0. मतलब समथिंग लाइक फाइनाइट अपॉन 0. ठीक है? तो एनीथिंग अपॉन 0 इज इंफिनिटी.
यस मैम.
तो आपका लिमिट की वैल्यू क्या आ गई? एक फिक्स वैल्यू आ गई. फाइनाइट नंबर अपॉन 0 इज इंफिनिटी. मतलब l is infinite. But what they have said in the question, this limit is finite. So it cannot be infinity. तो इसका मतलब ये 0 ही होना चाहिए. तो ही मुझे 0 by 0 फॉर्म मिलेगा. And I'm able to go ahead to get the final. Okay?
Yes.
All fine. Okay. So that's why p is equal to minus 2 is the answer of value of p. Now put this 2, put p is equal to minus 2 in L. You'll get L is equal to limit as x tends to 0, 2 cos 2x minus 2 cos x divided by px, which is now 0 by 0 form. Therefore, you'll apply the hospital rule once again, and you'll get minus 4 sin 2x plus 2 sin x upon 6x. फिर से वो indeterminate form है. और एक बार एल हॉस्पिटल रूल अप्लाई करोगे और आपको आंसर आ जाएगा. Is that okay?
Yes,
So I have
ma'am.
not completed the question. I have already found what is p, which is minus 2. इसके बाद आपको 2 बार एल हॉस्पिटल रूल अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा and you get the answer. Is it okay? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll stop here.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll solve more examples in the next class. Please remind me to solve more examples on finding the value of unknown, and then we'll go to the different types of indeterminate form. Is it okay?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Give me the attendance quickly. Roll number 1. He was there in the beginning.
Present,
Roll
ma'am.
number. You're there?
Yes.
2,
Present, ma'am.
3,
Present मैम.
4, 5,
Present, ma'am.
6, 7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present.
9,
Present, ma'am.
10, 11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13, 14, 15,
Present, ma'am.
16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18,
Present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20, 21, 22, 23,
Present, ma'am.
24,
Present, miss.
25,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27,
Present, ma'am.
28, 29,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Present, ma'am.
31,
Present, miss.
32,
Present.
33,
Present, ma'am.
34,
Present.
35, 35, 36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Present, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43, 44,
Present.
45,
Present, ma'am.
46,
Present, ma'am.
47, 48,
Present, ma'am.
49, 50,
Present, ma'am.
51,
Present, ma'am.
52,
Present, ma'am.
and 53. 53 was there, na?
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay. 4, are you present?
Yes.
Logic was present. Yeah. 6, 10, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, 28, 35, 43, 47, 49. These many are not absent. I saw a number of 43 students were there. And there are only 6 students should be. Okay, many of the roll numbers must have cancelled. Fine. ठीक है. Okay, chalo, bye. I should have stopped the recording.